I'm Eric Holzenberg. I'm the director of the Grolier Club. My relationship with Rare Book School is manifold, but I've taught at Rare Book School since 2000. Mostly the same course. I know I've taught in a number of capacities. I've taught a course on rare book cataloging. I team taught a course on the history of the book with Susie Taraba. And for the past 15 years, I've taught solo a course on the history of the book since 1800, which is certainly my own scholarly focus. That's been a very rewarding experience, teaching that course both in Charlottesville and here in New York City. I wonder whether I am possibly one of the few people that this series will cover who was not a student of Terry Bellinger's. I got my training in library science at what was then the rival to Columbia, which was the University of Chicago Graduate Library School. And I did my coursework there 1980 to 1983, got my degree in 1987. I was aware of Rare Book School. I was aware of it as an opportunity that I was never able, sort of logistically or financially, to take advantage of. I applied for a job at the Grolier Club in 1994. And it really was as a result of me taking on first the librarian position at the Grolier Club, and then in 1997 the director position, that I really got to know Terry well. I taught my first class at Rare Book School in, I think I was a cohort leader in descriptive bibliography in late summer of 1994. And then started teaching other things starting in 1995. But I first got a taste of how very, very important the relationship between Rare Book School and the Grolier Club was to Terry. How very seriously he took it, how very dedicated he was to preserving and expanding the close interrelationship of those two populations, the students that came to Rare Book School and the members of the Grolier Club, who both were students at Rare Book School, might be students at Rare Book School, might participate in the administration of Rare Book School, and vice versa. The things that the Grolier Club might do and had historically done for Rare Book School, making the club's collections available to classes, the club as a venue for classes. That became clear to me over time. And Terry, of course, as a proposer and supporter of Grolier Club members, I believe Terry probably holds some kind of record for the sheer number of bibliophiles that he has proposed for Grolier Club membership. Collectors, members of the antiquarian book trade, librarians in particular, all very, very important kinds and sorts of members that the club very much values, and that certainly worked to Terry's and Rare Book School's advantage, and certainly our mutual advantage. Every single time I teach in Charlottesville, I learn something new about the collections there. And I owe that, of course, in part to the staff, who is always on the lookout on my behalf for things that they think will enhance my course or enhance the experience of the students in my course. And conversely, every single time I teach that course using the collections of the Grolier Club here in New York, I learn more about my own collection, and I see objects or new ways of using objects to improve the course as it takes place here in New York, and it reminds me. I credit Rare Book School for contributing hugely to the Grolier Club's attitude in collecting, that we ought to pay very close attention and put some effort and treasure into developing the Grolier Club's library, in part as a teaching collection. It has always had that as an element, but I think the rise of Rare Book School in the 1970s and 1980s really contributed to our focus in that direction. And that has only gotten stronger and more a bigger part of our mission as time has gone by. And I think both myself and the current librarian, Megan Constantinou, we probably more than any other Grolier Club staff in the past, we tend to look at potential acquisitions about what can we teach with this? What can students learn from this object? What can students learn from the juxtaposition of this object with something else we already have?